need to cease union organizing. Workers at unionizing facilities need to put their head down and abandon union campaigns, because if you don't, you will lose what little you do have.
Which side are you on? Which side are you on?
Last year, some 230 workers at an Amazon warehouse in Quebec, Canada, unionized with the Confederation of National Unions, the first group of Amazon workers in Canada to have taken that step. This was the culmination of a 3-year union campaign during which the union alleges it faced significant retaliation from the company, with several allegations of improper dismissals. Now, following peak season, Amazon has decided not only are they going to completely fire that entire group of workers, they are also closing all of their warehouse and logistics operations in the entire province of Canada, eliminating some 1,700 jobs. They insist that this is not because of the union campaign, and that it will simply be easier and cheaper to serve customers through a third-party delivery model. This is in direct contrast to all of their actions over the last decade or so, according to the New York Times. In their reporting, they note that pulling operations out of a major population center is contrary to what Amazon has touted in recent years as a central driver of success within its operations, putting more products closer to customers to enable faster delivery. That, Amazon has repeatedly said, drives down delivery costs and causes customers to order more frequently. Amazon has not abandoned direct operations from a large population center in North America in years, although more than a dozen years ago, it routinely played hardball with states that tried to collect taxes for online sales. That's again from the New York Times reporting. We, of course, know that this is because Amazon is not actually doing this for consumer benefit. Amazon is doing this to union bust and to chill other union efforts. And some that are listening right now will hear this story and conclude that, in fact, that is the correct course of action. We need to cease union organizing. Workers at unionizing facilities need to put their head down and abandon union campaigns, because if you don't, you will lose what little you do have. However, this is exactly the opposite of what you should do, because if Amazon workers don't organize, Amazon will continue to take advantage of them, and Amazon workers will have no recourse against actions like the ones taken in Quebec and the everyday injustices that these workers face. But if they all unionize and they all come together, then they can fight back. And the UAW just put on a masterclass on the importance and effectiveness of having a nationwide union and a nationwide militant democratic union at an employer. I'm talking about last week's resolution of their months-long fight with Stellantis. You'll remember that back in 2023, they went on strike against the big three automakers in the United States, and they won huge gains in that contract, gains that will amount to, for some workers, 150% or more wage increase by the end of the contract for workers that were at the bottom of the pay scale.
Hey, 5 seconds, just wanted to say that this is only possible because of our donors. If you want to see more of this, then consider donating yourself at tvlr.fm/donate.
But importantly, at Stellantis, they secured a first ever, a commitment to reopen an idled manufacturing plant, this particular one in Belvidere, Illinois. Well, Stellantis, for the last 6 months or so, under former CEO Carlos Tavares, has been saying that, yeah, maybe never mind. Maybe we're not going to do that. Maybe we're just going to ignore the commitments that we made to the UAW, to these communities, and to the American people. But importantly, the United Auto Workers won yet another important provision in their contract, the right to strike nationally over product placement decisions and disinvestment. So the UAW said, when Carlos Tavares said, I don't want to honor my commitment anymore, the UAW came back and said, if you don't honor your commitment, we will strike your whole company and put all of your profits in jeopardy. Last week, after months of pressure, after an escalating campaign by the UAW, Stellantis reversed course. The union said in a press release, Stellantis has committed to build the next generation of Dodge Durango at the Detroit Assembly Complex and to reopen the Belvidere Assembly Plant in 2027 and allocate a new mid-size truck as agreed to in the union's 2023 contract. Both of these commitments had been walked back by disgraced former CEO Carlos Tavares and are being honored by the company's new leadership. Stepping away from the press release for a second, Carlos Tavares being fired by the Stellantis board of directors is in large part due to the UAW's pressure campaign. Back to the press release. This victory is a testament to the power of workers standing together and holding a billion-dollar corporation accountable, said UAW President Shawn Fain. We've shown that we will do what it takes to protect the good union jobs that are the lifeblood of places like Belvidere, Detroit, Kokomo, and beyond. The company also committed to a significant investment in Kokomo, announcing plans to build Phase 2 of the GME T4 EVO engine beginning in 2026, reversing plans to move work out of this country. There will be no change to existing GME T4 EVO production at the Dundee engine plant. And finally, the company committed to increased component production at the Toledo machining plant. As the UAW just decisively showed, the answer to these blatant anti-worker, anti-union attacks by Amazon is not to give up. The answer is not to lay down. The answer is that more people need to stand up. More people need to fight and fight harder. And that is how you will be able to turn Amazon from a crap job into a good paying union career.
You just saw a clip from the Valley Labor Report. We are live every Saturday morning from 9:30 a.m. till 12:30 p.m. And we pride ourselves on keeping all of our content free to everybody so that we can talk to as many working folks as possible. If you support the work that we're doing, you think that it's important, you think that it's good, then consider making a monthly contribution to the project, and you can do that on our website, tvlr.fm.